Hey, what's up guys? Wes here. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be putting some Spidertrax spacers on my 21 Toyota Tacoma. If you haven't seen them before, they're 1.25" build aluminum adapters, and I think everything's going to work out really well. This is a stock suspension, but I'm worried that this gap you see here, once these spacers are put in, are actually going to cause this to scrub, but we're going to see what happens here. The tire size that I have on here are 265/70 17s as opposed to the stock 265/65 17s, and I've got the BF Goodrich all-terrains, so we're going to see if it scrubs. But again, these are the 1.25". These are from Spidertrax, and they come in a box of 2. So you'll see here, you just push this foam piece out, and don't forget your red Loctite. That's going to be for making sure everything stays in place. Here's your second adapter. So you're going to need 2 boxes of these. It's going to run you about $250 in total. You're going to have your lugs here, cool little Spidertrax sticker, and then you're also going to have your instructions, which I definitely recommend reading and making sure that you have everything set up the right way. But aside from that, what you're also going to need is a Torx wrench. We're going to be setting these at 90 foot-pounds, and I'll show you how to use that here in just a few more minutes. But also, you're going to need jack stands, and you're going to need a breaker bar with a 3/4 inch for your lugs, and that's also going to fit your Spidertrax spacers. Also a jack just to get everything up off the ground. So first things first, we're going to start here on the front end to make sure nothing's going to scrub. We'll get our front tire pulled off, and then we're going to move on to checking out, making sure everything's clean on the rotor itself. My truck's fairly new, but a lot of you guys are going to have some rust on here, so you want to take a little bit of light sandpaper and clean that up first. Then once you've got that taken care of, just take your red Loctite on your wheel studs here. I'm just going to put a little dab on each one. I don't want to lock it on too tightly, but I do want to make sure that it's got something to secure to. And then once we've got our Loctite on there, you'll see it kind of settles out. It'll kind of basically run down the stud. But then you're going to take your 1.25" wheel adapter and just slide it right into place. That's really all you're doing with these. You're just getting it right on top of the existing studs. And then we're going to take the nuts that came with our Spidertrax kit here, and you're going to notice that there's a taper on it. So you're going to want to make sure this tapered end is the part that goes on to your existing studs, and that's going to make sure that everything stays centered once it gets bolted on. And with that being said, we're just going to get everything hand tight on here. Basically just make sure every time you put these in that tapered end's going in first. I actually messed up and put one in the other ways and just switched it around. So just double check yourself, get it hand tight. And after you do that, we're going to move on to our Torx wrench. You're going to make sure you loosen the bottom here, and then we're going to set it to 90 foot-pounds. So loosening the bottom loosens your handle here, and then what you're going to do is spin this around to 0 on your handle meets the 90, and that's going to set it to 90 foot-pounds, which we're going to set each of these nuts for on our Spidertrax spacer. So what I recommend doing is going in a star pattern. You're going to tighten this up just like any other wrench, but you're going to hear it click here. Just like that. It's an audible click, and then we're going to move on down here and just keep it in a star fashion. So almost like a triangle really at first, and then we'll just do the other 3. But make sure you're pulling up on each of these until you hear those audible clicks, and then don't go any further. Really what we're going to do, we're going to get all these set up, and then once we run this truck for about 50 miles, we're going to take the tires off again, and then make sure these haven't moved at all. So we're going to be retightening them as part of this installation. That's a step that you don't want to skip. Make sure that this is going to hold your wheel on. This is where the rubber meets the road, so you definitely don't want to mess this part up. But don't try to do this without a Torx wrench. You either want to make sure they're tight enough, but you don't want to make sure they're so tight that they break off your wheel studs. That would be a disaster. But either way, we're going to move forward. Another benefit of these things is that they're hub centric, meaning that the hub actually hooks right into the inside of these. And these aren't really spacers in the traditional sense. They're not like a plate that stacks on. These are more of a wheel adapter. So this is definitely something that is going to work well for your truck, and I hope it's going to work well for this one. We're hoping here, once we get our wheel back on, that there's not going to be any rubbing. So we're going to get this thing bolted back on and see what we got. Alright, we've got everything back installed. It's a moment of truth. We're going to go ahead and turn this thing and see what we have. And man, dude, it just barely clears it here. With any suspension travel, you're going to rub, but you can see I have a stock suspension here, and this thing is just really cutting it close. There's not much room at all there on that fender, but it's not much trouble to chop that out if you really needed to. You got plenty of room in the front until you turn it forward, but it also gets really close. But this thing really just changes the look of the truck. It definitely fits on this stock setup. Here's the side that's not done, and then we'll move over here and see a side that's done front and back. So again, not done. And here's one with the Spidertrax spacers, 1.25". It really changes the look of the truck overall. I really like it. I wish that there was just a little bit more clearance on the front. That's something that a lift or a leveling kit would fix. but I'm not looking to do that. I might just wind up riding this for a while and then trimming the fender if need be. But everything seems to work right now. It definitely fits. I read a lot of forums and looked at a lot of posts online trying to find out if this would actually fit with my setup. But if you have a stock suspension on your 3rd gen and you've upgraded to the 265/70/17s and haven't done anything else like I have here, the 1.25" will work. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, definitely leave those in the comments below. But either way, click like, click subscribe. I'll keep you guys updated on my truck goings-ons, and I will see you next time. Peace.